looks like this Super Nintendo Switch refuses to die. And you know what? I don't mind. Let's talk about it. What's up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another video. This time we are going back to the well, not the Pokemon well, the Super Nintendo Switch, the other well, the Switch Pro, Alright, so it seems that there has been some more information to come out from NateTheHate and Nate Drake, who apparently are not the same person, which is interesting, or maybe that's just what he wants you to think. But yeah, so essentially they brought out some more information, and essentially some of it's interesting, some of it is a little scary. So essentially what they were saying was that Zynga denied they got any. Well, let me reference this first. So I did a video about Bloomberg doing another report on the Super Nintendo Switch, aka the Switch 4K or the Switch Pro, saying that it was real and that 11 different companies had dev kits, including largely mobile gaming company Zynga. So Zynga, of course, denied this, and they're saying that Zynga denied it mainly because, well, they said it's two possibilities. Either A, because of NDAs, so of course they really couldn't say anything, and B, they could have denied it because it wasn't Zynga themselves that have one, but one of their partners that they published games for could have had one. So somebody who works under Zynga could have dev kits or a dev kit. The other thing is they're saying that the games are targeting a late 2022 release, which I kind of doubt. It's possible, but I'm thinking if we're getting a Switch Pro, it's gonna be 2023, early 2023, around like maybe first, second quarter, kind of like the original Switch, that March, April period. I think the original Switch dropped in March. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's not where they're aiming. So I guess if the games are finished by late 2022, they can polish them until like first quarter 2023. Which, I can see that. But the big thing that was talked about was backwards compatibility and exclusive games. So this matters a lot because depending on what this system is, if they market this as a Switch Pro and there's no backwards compatibility, that is a horrible move. Because if it's a Switch Pro, people are going to expect to be able to play their Switch games on it. So that's a bad move. And if they're going to market this as a successor to the Switch, then that might actually work. Now, of course, the reason for backwards compatibility is, of course, most of the Switch games have drivers for the Maxwell engine, the Maxwell set of NVIDIA chips, and they would need to be patched in order to work with the new NVIDIA chips that have the DLSS and the 4K and all that kind of stuff, which arguably probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. They could definitely do something similar to what Microsoft does, when Microsoft kind of patches games for backwards compatibility from 360 and OG Xbox and stuff like that. They probably could do something like that for the Switch games. It would definitely still be kind of a marketing doozy because everybody's going to scream anti-consumer, because if Nintendo does something wrong, it's automatically anti-consumer. Oh my gosh, they're charging me $60 for a port. I guess this would be a bad time to say like, comment, subscribe. But I forgot to say it in the lead up. So like, comment, subscribe, and do all that stuff that the YouTube wants you to do in order to get more videos from me. Maybe you can, in the comments, you can tell me how crappy that was, that I did that after possibly offending a bunch of people. I'm sorry. But yeah, so, that's a thing. If they market this as a successor to the Switch, they could definitely kind of like, say, yeah, it's not backwards compatible, but games will be patched for backwards compatibility in due time. Of course, you know, people should definitely I'm keeping my Switch. Like, if the Switch Pro is a thing, I'm definitely gonna keep my Switch, because I can keep my Switch for in here, in the office, you know, and the Switch Pro can go in the living room or vice versa. The other thing is exclusive games. So again, if this is marketed as a Switch Pro, that would be devastating, because again, then people are going to be like, oh, well, can I play all the games on this? But they're definitely going to be exclusive games for this. And some people are not going to understand the fact that, you know, the exclusive games are 4K, fully HD games, not necessarily the you know, regular games we get on the Switch, which are HD, but they're not 4K, you know. So, well, people will probably understand that, but people will definitely still be mad. So I think more than likely they should market this as a successor and just forget about the Switch Pro altogether. Super Nintendo Switch all day long. That's what they should be called, bro. Because honestly, marketing this as a Switch Pro, basically putting it in the same family as the OLED, the OG Switch, the Switch Mini, is a very bad idea, because a lot of people are going to be expecting to be able to play their Switch games on it. They're going to be expecting to play all the games that system can play on this system. Basically the same problems we had with the new 3DS. You know, the new 3DS also had exclusives. Like, I believe the original Xenoblade was exclusive on the new 3DS because it was slightly more intensive. So that's about it. You know, what do you think about it? Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think, and keep it real.